Welcome to Press F to Podcast, the show where we celebrate gaming's wins, roast its failures, and rant about everything in between. I'm Grizzy.
And I'm Shaggy. Together we deep dive into what went right, what went wrong, and what just fucking sucked.
From epic reviews to unfiltered rants, we're here to break down the games you love, the games you hate, and the games you wish you just never spent money on.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Skate, the entire franchise.
The downfall, if you could say. Where would you start? What would you say?
I wouldn't. Okay, so I'm going to start off with I don't think it's necessarily a complete downfall. Because does the new game suck? Yes. Is it fun as hell to play? Also, yes.
You could honestly it is possible to realistic skate on a game like this if that's your thing, but that now this whole thing is about like modern gaming and whatnot. The main issue with this one is not necessarily yes, the free to play player, game model, but the fact that you have to go through so many fucking settings just to make sure the game is set up the way that you want it to. Now, by default, there's certain things like how much fall damage your character can take. It is actually called, when you go to your gameplay settings, you go to your assists. There's the grind assist. There's the vertical pump assist. There's the allowed fall height. So with the older skate games, there was hardcore, I think, regular, and then easy, which were basically the three options.
And
So they kind of
if
have
you
the
were
same thing.
skating on easy mode, in let's use Skate 3 for example, if you were skating with easy mode, you could do like backflips and front flips without moving. You could just
Yeah,
do a nollie front flip.
yeah, in this game, basically, when you played on easy in Skate 3, when you did a flip, the chance of you actually landing it, as long as your board was straight and not at a 45-degree angle, the chance of you actually landing it were probably like 90%. In this game, when you do a flip, you don't really know if you're gonna land it. It's kind of weird. It's assisted still, but you could also choose how slow you can flip. Um, and that's another thing about this game. Like, yes, you can do a kickflip fast. Yes, you can do a kickflip slow. The slower you do the trick, the less pop you're gonna get, though. Depending on where you go to pop it. The least amount of pop you're gonna get on that trick. Now, I personally love the fact that you could um change stuff up. Like you could do a fast kickflip, then you could do a slow kickflip, and the tricks they don't look entirely different, but it just gives it more realism, and I think that's great. But because they have things like that, when you go to land certain tricks, how would you say this? Certain it's more things where the game can go wrong. That's
So
the best way to explain it.
the way I would describe that is the amount of variation in the tricks. It's great. We love it because you can't really do the same trick the exact same way twice, but that also is a double-edged sword. Yes, it looks cool. Yes, it makes it more realistic, but now you can't consistently do the tricks you want to consistently do.
Yeah, exactly. Like another thing, if you land a kickflip in Skate 3, it feels good, whatever. But if you play the game for a long period of time, it's the same animation. You've seen it hundreds, if not thousands of times. When you land a kickflip in this game, let's say you land like a very clean grind and you do a really clean, slow, steezy kickflip, it's more satisfying to land that trick. That's kind of the best way for me to explain it. It's just a very, very satisfying to actually land it. The tricks feel smooth. Um, what I don't understand is why they swapped X and A. Before holding A was to sprint and X was to jump. Now holding X is to sprint and A is to jump. I don't know why they did that. Probably because, you know, A is just makes more sense to actually jump, but holding X to sprint is just fucking weird, man.
I
I don't know why
agree.
you can't just click left stick down to sprint. Oh, you can. Wait, what? Interesting. Okay. You can click left stick down to sprint. That's actually how it's set on by default. I didn't know that. But yeah, that makes more sense. But like holding X is just freaking weird. I know there's a roadmap for this game. I know the game is still in early pre-alpha, so this is basically just a little taste of what's actually going to happen with this game. This map, though, I know for a fact this map is going to stay. They're not going to build a whole map like this and just get rid of it.
100%. I agree with that.
I know I heard from somewhere else on the internet that there's going to be what's it called? Death races. They're not in the game yet. You can't even do skate battles with your friend. That's also not an option as of right now.
Yeah, there's no
You can
spot
do-
battles, there's no actual
Yep.
games of skate. The only thing you can do is basically have like a little
Oh,
It-
the spot, is that what it is?
that's-
Lines and
yeah.
it's lines and yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, I will say,
Yeah.
the biggest W this game is going to be taking is the online aspect of it.
Yeah, it's more fun. Like in previous skate games, if you play with your friends, it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And this game, when you play with your friends, it's like, okay, this is actually fun because it's not just me that has to do it; we all have to do it. And like, there's a set time limit. So let's say he kills the challenge and I only own it. I'm only getting those 3-4 stars when he's actually getting the full 5. So it's still fun in that aspect. But when it comes to skating by yourself, it's nowhere near as fun as the old games.
I will say, though, this
Like-
game does have overwhelming amount of bugs.
Yep. And I'm not sure if I left them in there on purpose because, oh, all the skate games were broken, yada, yada, yada. Like, this game, there are bugs, man. There are things that are very broken with it. Like, you'll do a grind and you will randomly just slip out of it. Even though if you go into slow-mo editor and you look how you landed it perfectly in a tail slide. Why would I slip out of it? Makes no sense. I'll let you talk about the speed issue, because I know you freaking hate that.
Oh man, the speed issue in this game is... It's pretty... Like, I don't know. You lose a lot of speed going up the ramps in this game. You can't get as high at verticals. Like, the bowl skating, it's not what it used to be.
I don't like it.
In the
I don't
old
like it.
games,
could try
you
to
used to
use
be
it,
able to just sit and keep hitting them fucking ramps over and over. Oh, like, you could hit a half pipe and hit both sides of the half pipe over and over. And you just continuously hold that speed amount. In this game, it's like a 50-50 of whether you keep that speed or you just lose it all.
Exactly. It's very, the best way to explain this game, it's because it's in early pre-alpha, and I hope they can fix this. Everything about it is just very inconsistent. Like, you never really know what's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll try doing the exact same trick, and you're never gonna be able to land it the way you did it the first time.
Sometimes you can fucking fly up the ramp and you can hit some crazy air and like get some good fucking grab tricks going in the air. Other times you'll hit the ramp and you'll lose all your speed right when you get to the top and you'll only get like a foot of air.
Yeah. The thing is, too, what I would like to see is... What I do like is even though it says the tricks are sketchy, like, if you go to land a trick on a 45, like, land it so your board's not perfectly straight, it claims it's sketchy, and you hear the boards actually slide. Sure, that's considered sketchy because the board slid, but the actual animation itself, it looks clean. Like, the skating in this game itself looks more clean than it does in other games. Also, it's more rewarding when it comes to falling. Like, I could go fast and then I could ollie, do a 45-degree turn, and on all the other skate games, you're going like 2 miles an hour when you do that, you're eating shit. And this game, it's very rewarding. You don't really fall like that. It's mainly when you land on ramps and you're not straight, that's when it gets to you. Also, when you're going down ramps, it feels like the board is literally glued to the ground. Do you feel that too? That same problem where the board just feels like it's glued to the ground?
Kind of.
Like you go 90 degrees down
I
a
was gonna
freaking
say,
building and yeah.
mainly when you're landing. Like, as soon as you land, it feels like you've got sticky wheels.
Yeah, and I would like the tuning to come back with the hard and the soft wheels.
And let me
in the
loosen
older
up my
games-
trucks a little
yeah.
bit. Like, let me
Yeah.
have either super tight trucks so I can hit some crazy downhill speed, or let me loosen them up so I can have, you know, some good flat ground skating. I can take some really tight turns.
Exactly.
Like, I also want to be able to change how hard the wheels are so I can change the sound of the board when it rolls. That was
Yes,
honestly the
that was
most
like an
slept.
Easter egg. That
uh,
was kind of an Easter egg that some people didn't catch up on because by default, most of the actual skaters in Skate 3, all their wheels are on as hard as possible. And I used to have mine on soft because I used to do a lot of death races and I didn't want to slide so much. I wanted to like not slide, if that made sense.
The
So I'm like,
softer
why does my
wheels, the
board sound
grippier.
weird? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, why did my board sound different? Like, it doesn't sound as good, you know? It doesn't rattle as nice and make those nice noises. In this game, I would say the wheels aren't hard, but they're not soft, but they okay, the way they actually feel, they feel slidey. They feel like hard wheels. But the way it sounds like it's in between. It's not, they don't sound hard, the wheels, and they don't sound soft. It's kind of like the perfect balance, which I think they did that on purpose. But yeah, I didn't know why my board was sounding really weird. It kind of sounded like a wall. If you know what a Walmart board sounds like, with the shitty bearings, you don't hear them spinning, the shitty wheels. In Skate 3, if you want your board to sound like a Walmart board, minus the actual popping noise of the board, you put your wheels on as soft as possible. And after I put my wheels to hard, I'm like, okay, now it sounds good. Because I didn't understand what was going on with that.
I will say, I do like in this game that they tried to go back to their roots with that low camera. Like, the fact that you can switch in and out of it is nice,
Yep.
but I don't know, it still doesn't have that same feeling of the OG Skate games. Like,
Yeah.
Skate 1, I want to say, personally was my favorite when it came to the actual feel. When it came to the locations, I liked Skate 2 the best. Skate 3 just
Skate
was
2.
the most notable because of, like, the Mega Park and the university and the drainage ditch. And,
Yeah.
like, the
So,
spillway and the industrial, like...
yep. So Skate 1 takes place in San Vanalona. Skate 2 takes place in New San Vanalona, apparently after like an earthquake or a tsunami or something. I think it was an earthquake. And then Skate 3 takes place in Port Carverton. I think did I butcher that?
No, it was
Port
Port
Carverton?
Carverton. You're right.
Port Carverton. Now, the thing is about that map, which is crazy, is most people skated in like, was it the University District?
University District was the most
Yeah,
skated.
which had the Super Ultra Mega Park, which I do honestly hope it does come back.
At least to
I would
some
like that
extent. I would like it to
to some
come back.
extent, because we have no Mega Parks in this game. We have a Mega Jump that is very similar. I believe Skate 1 and Skate 2 both had not Danny Way's. So Skate 3 had Danny Way's Hawaiian Dream. Skate 1 and 2, I believe it was the same thing in both games. It had it was called Danny Way's Mega Park. No, Danny Way's Compound or Danny's Compound. Mega Compound. Danny's Mega Compound. I forgot what it was called, but
In Skate
that's what it
3, it
was.
was called Danny Way's Hawaiian Dream.
Yeah, because it was an entirely different map. But like, I want a nice map where I can get a solid jump, go off a mega ramp, and I could just, just a bunch of ramps and a bunch of other things I can do. Like, there is kind of like a mega ramp thing in, what district is this one called? In Goldcrest Village. There's like a little weird jump thing. It's not quite a mega park, but it's the closest thing you're gonna get to in this game.
This game's also
I'll say that.
got... I like the parkour aspect of it to an
Yep.
extent.
Yeah. If you do it too much, some things break the game, like the roll. That shit
So,
is stupid.
not
Yeah,
even
that
just
roll.
that, like, the fact that they make you use it as much as they do is what... it gets under my skin a little bit. Like, certain
Yeah.
places you can only get to if you parkour your way up there. And, like,
Exactly.
I
And they
get
make sure
it.
to add collision on everything. Is what the lead, the guy who took the lead on this game is also the same dude. I think his name is Cuz Perry. He took the lead on this game as he did with Skate 3. I'm not sure if he took the lead on Skate 1 and 2, but I know he took the lead on Skate 3, and he took the lead on this one. Or at least helped develop Skate 3. He was involved with that one, but he was directly involved with this one. And EA shut down Black Box, which in my opinion is the worst ever decision. If you guys actually search up the games that Black Box made, Need for Speed Underground games, they made the Skate franchise, they made bangers, man. And you know how EA is, man. Them with their microtransactions, certain studios not making enough money, you just get spit out. You kind of get, what's that word called? When, you get put under the bus. Put it that way.
Yeah, they throw you under the bus. They throw you away.
Pretty much.
Like, even
Yeah.
if your game gets good reviews, it just doesn't sell as much, it's still an L to them. Like, even if the game was a fucking underrated masterpiece, like, they'll still shut down the entire studio because it didn't sell as much as they wanted.
Yep. I have a theory of why this game came out in early access as early as it did. So, this is just a theory, but I think they were running out of money, and EA was kind of saying like, okay, yo, you guys need to get this game out. And because they designed that it was going to be a free-to-play model, which is the worst thing ever. This was, out of all the EA games, Skate 4 was like their GTA 6. Like, if you went on their Instagram 4 years ago or 3, before they announced that the new Skate was coming, people were saying Skate 4, Skate 4, Skate 4, Skate 4. Everyone wanted it. It was crazy. They knew this game was going to sell like hotcakes no matter what. And instead of making it a premium release, which they could have polished it even more, put more time and more money into it because it would have been a premium release, they decided to make it a free-to-play model.
I ain't
With
gonna lie,
fucking Fortnite
the
skins.
biggest thing I disapprove of it is the mission structure and the layout.
Yeah, because when you do it the first time, it stays checkmarked. So when you keep failing, you don't know why you're fucking up. That's what I don't like.
Not even that.
The way it's designed, you're saying?
Like, the way it's laid out. Like, if I hit the map button to go look at the map, I have to physically go to a spot on the map to go start this challenge. Like, it just reminds me of,
quick start from
like,
wherever you are.
like, it just reminds me of Riders Republic.
It looks like Riders Republic, the orange and the way it's laid out, yeah.
Like,
I wanna
feel
say-
like Skate's just the skateboarding equivalent of Riders Republic. Granted,
And
yes,
Riders
Riders
is a
Republic,
skateboarding
yeah, I was
game,
gonna say, Riders Republic does have skateboarding, but it fucking sucks. You heard it here first.
Yeah, it doesn't look... yeah.
It's ass. It's ass.
I-
I won't even try to sugarcoat it. It's not good.
You know what they did with Riders Republic? They pulled the GTA Online. They started adding futuristic crap. Now, if that's your thing, you know, good for you. But them adding futuristic stuff, like unrealistic stuff, like putting jets on like a freaking Power Wheels, like RC car, or whatever the hell it is, and you're inside of it, like that's just weird, man. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense to me. So the lighting engine, this game does use Frostbite. Graphically, as of right now, yes, the characters are cartoonish. Yes, they look like Fortnite characters, but there's certain things that I noticed, like that there are hair physics. The hair does move in the wind. If you have very long hair and you want to look like Jesus Christ and hit them Christ airs, going fast as shit, you will see the hair like fly around. Now, I don't think that was a mechanic in the older Skate games, so I do like that. The clothes move around. That's good. The characters move more realistically. They don't look as robotic and like stiff. They look more loose. That's what I will say. Some animations are very broken. For example, you could probably show them right now. If you do a hippie jump backflip, your character just spawns right back on the board. There's no... Yeah, see, there's no actual smooth, like, transition to how you land that. It's weird. He kind of just gets glued onto it. That animation needs to get fixed. Do I think this game is going to be the death of Skate? If they do not listen to their fans and they don't continue to evolve the graphics as they claim to, like, oh, this is early access, that they're going to keep, you know, updating the character models over time. I want the game, like, the shop, the grinding aspect is perfect. Like, the way you earn the sand van bucks, or I forgot what the currency is called, the loot packs. The grinding is perfect. It's not too much.
It's
not
yeah,
too
it's
easy.
the
We're in the
perfect
middle.
amount of grind. Like,
Exactly.
there's enough to still leave something to be desired, but it's not so easy where you can just sit and get it all done at once.
Yep. Exactly. You said it right there, man. It's perfect. It the challenges also, do they reset every 24 hours or every like 12? I think it's 24.
I don't remember.
Another thing I do like, or what they claim to, is there are 3 parts on the map. If you open up your map and you go to Goldcrest Village, there are 3 community areas, community parks.
I'm
Every
skating
24
in one
hours,
right now, actually.
yeah, exactly. Every 24 hours, these parks change. You see that timer above your head, that 9 hours and 20 minutes? In 9 hours and 20 minutes, it's going to be an entirely different park layout. That's not the one that has the Vans Park. If you want to go to the Vans Park, you go to the one that's in Goldcrest Village. Which is actually remade to a real park that they did in real life.
So that one, I will say, doesn't actually change.
This one doesn't change?
The Vans one doesn't change. That park has been
It's
the
supposed
exact.
to.
It's been the exact
Yeah.
same layout every single time I've came here to skate.
The park you're into right now, it's... Yeah.
Like,
That one hasn't changed
I
yet,
think
but it's
it's.
supposed to change every 2... That's
I
what
think
the
it's
timer is.
bullshit. I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it actually like. Maybe when the game fully releases, they'll replace it with actual community parks. But as of right now, no.
Like, and I don't want, like... I always want that one realistic park, which is an actual, like, remake of a... Like, give us, like, an X Games park. Or something. They have a Van sponsorship. I don't think they're sponsored by X Games. I don't know if Skate ever was. Oh no, it was. There was the big indoor like create your own
Yeah,
park.
it was the big extrovert ramp, not extrovert. It was in Skate 3. It was the like big vert challenge one with the big ass rail in the middle.
Yep. Yep. And you could customize it. That's another thing I don't like. That's not in this game. There is no park editor.
You can just drop it.
You can drop things, but I haven't seen like actual hubbas and things that snap together. Like that's not really a thing as of right now, from my experience. I haven't seen it.
If they do have that, I feel like this is all shit we're gonna have when the game fully releases. Hopefully.
Yeah.
If they listen to the community and actually, listen to what they did correct before, instead of trying to go and do all this new shit that nobody asked for.
Yeah. So that other park was an actual challenge. It was called the Dime Glory Challenge, presented by Vans. So this is a actual, like not fully, but it is a remake of that event. Not a one-to-one, but it is a remake. It has like those big weird red rails on it. That's cool. I like that. The arcadey stuff. That's the thing about Skate. I don't want to compare it to COD, but like people play this game differently. You got your realistic skaters, you got your skaters that only skate at like mega parks and whatnot, and then you got the extreme, which is kind of like people who
Trick
do
liners.
glitches.
Yeah,
like,
trick liners.
Like, well, you know Zexy Zek?
Mm-hmm.
He's a YouTuber where he will scale like a 50-foot building and then like do the spread eagle onto a ramp and then ollie off it to another spread eagle. He's I don't even know what that genre of skater is even called. It's just like an extreme skater. It's similar
Broken
to trick
skating.
lining, but like yeah, it's
Glitch,
like broken skating.
glitch skating.
Glitch skating. Yeah, pretty much. And I know he helped. He was an insider way before everybody else. He helped design this game. Like not like fully, but like developers obviously talked to him behind closed doors. He saw the gameplay before anybody else did, and they asked him like, "Oh well." Like he obviously still wants the glitches to be in the game. That's his thing.
That's
so I'm not
part
sure if
of
all
what
these glitches
makes.
are...
Okay,
Yeah.
so some glitches are part of what made skate.
Yeah, like the front flip speed glitches, I'm fine with that. Keep that in the game. That's kind of realistic, because in real life, I would assume if you land a front flip slightly, not a front flip, a back flip slightly like one wheel first, you're going to get a slight speed boost, right? If you're putting weight more on one wheel than the other, it's going to shoot you across.
I don't know.
Not to the extent, not to the extent that this game will, but I'm fine with the speed glitch that's on here. I'm fine with that, but there are weird that you could be bull skating on perfect, like once you hit that flat section, you did a perfect transfer, you'll randomly just lose all your speed for no fucking reason. And like, I think that's something to do with the collision that they have to fix. I don't know, but it needs to get fixed.
What do
That's
I
what I'm
know?
talking
All I
about.
do is play the games. I
Inconsistency.
don't make them.
Exactly. That's the problem. The consistency. Like, I could bowl skate all I want and have 50,000 scored line, right? But I don't know exactly what's gonna happen when I go down this fucking ramp that I haven't gone down, or how I'm landing the trick on this ramp, or how late I did the flip. Dark catches are not in the game as of yet. They announced that is coming. They did release a roadmap. I'll actually bring it up right here. I'll see. Skate or the roadmap. So in season 1, let me open this. Okay, I'll send it to you. So that's what the roadmap is. Bring it up. So season 1 is October 2025. They're introducing 2 seasonal events: the Skateoween and 7-ply Maple Harvest. I don't know what that is. The Skate Pass is coming, so their version of the Battle Pass, they're having a Skate Pass. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Season 2, December 2025, we're getting a new co-op game mode. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the actual skate game mode, which I would assume it would be the easiest one to fucking add. You're getting 2 seasonal events. You're getting party voice chat. You're getting new gameplay tricks, impossible and improved hand plants. So you're getting impossibles in December of 2025. I don't know how the fuck. Well, the basic hand plant is in the game. The basic one. You're talking about the one where you hold RB and like A and like the fancy one. Like those types of hand plants. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can do a BS and an FS. You can do a backside, frontside hand plant. Like press right bumper at the top here, you'll do it. That's when you, yeah. They have those. They just don't have the like the custom version of those hand plants. Season 3 and beyond. Leaderboards, open world collection, more character slots. Example tattoos. So we're gonna get tattoos. I'm actually excited for that. Yes, thank you.
When you used to have to cheat to get your tattoos on Skate 3.
Yep.
You had to use the magical little black box, whatever.
Yep. And I'm so happy that I don't have to do the black box anymore to glitch my deck to get the colored grip tape. And the colored grip tape looked so perfect. The colored grip tape looks so perfect in Skate 3 that it didn't even look modded. Like I thought that was like a pay to win something. I didn't know. Some of the grip tapes looked realistic when some of them didn't. Some of them had the grip tape texture on it still when some entirely did not. Season 3 and beyond, brother. We're getting player created parks. So that is actually coming back. Thank fuck. We're getting new game modes, new gameplay tricks, dark slides, and improved foot plants. I don't know what improved foot planting means. Like how I don't know if it's like how long you hold the button for is how long you stay planted.
No complies and like bean plants and shit like that. It's like
Yeah.
some of those are in the game to an extent. Like you can do a fast plant, you can do a boneless.
Yeah. You know, one thing that interests me here is how it says each season includes new skatable areas, new challenges, new seasonal events, new brand partners. So they're getting new cosmetics, new tracks added up to the soundtrack, bug fixes, and quality of life updates. The new skatable areas. Now, I'm not sure if it's just going to be new spots added to the map, or if it's going to be whole new areas entirely. Like, if I could Now, I'm no expert, man, but if you go to that bridge, you can see a new area they're building, and I know it's possible for people to glitch over there. Honestly, I could try to find someone spectating. I might be able to just get over there. If you look enough, there is still ways to get over there. It's possible to do it. Yeah, you. It's interesting, but we're getting new areas, so hopefully we're gonna get something. I don't want to say more realistic. There are certain places that are not unrealistic about this, but like, I don't know. The map feel. Would you say it feels more like Skate 3?
I think
Or
this
Skate 3
map has
design?
its own unique feel to it.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Like it honestly kind of feels like a good blend of all of them. They just gotta polish the fuck out of this game. Because
Yeah,
some of these glitches are absolutely ridiculous. Unbearable, even.
exactly. Like
Like,
the way the map feels, it does feel
certain
like Port
tricks, if you
Carberton.
land them a certain way, will literally just send you flying.
Yep. Like visually, how the map looks, it gives me like a Port Carberton, but like with more detail. Because you know, Skate 1 and 2, especially 2, the map was very detailed on that game. And then Skate 3, yeah, it was the most popular Skate game, and I think it was the most sold one as well. But that's also because they shut down the online functionality of the other games much sooner than they did. Skate 3 is... The online functionality is still there today. Yeah, EA Nation doesn't exist, but, like, you can still play it on an Xbox 360 or
I
PS3. You
think
can still play
Skate
the games.
3 was... When it came to terms of a skate game, yes, Skate 3 was incredibly broken, but it wasn't broken... Wasn't broken on accident, but it also wasn't broken on purpose.
It's just how it was.
Like, exactly. The game was just
Hmm.
jank. And
Yeah.
that's what made it... Like, that's what everyone loved about it. Was like, doing the speed glitches was one of the best things ever in that game. You know, you jump in the air, you throw your hands up for a split second, and then, you know, you jump and, like, throw your board and pick it up at the same time, and you, like, get fucking launched at Mach fuck.
Yep. It took me a little bit to get a hang of that. You still can do it better than me. There are launch glitches in this game. I actually saw one today that launches you very high in the air.
Yeah, but those are uncontrollable launch glitches. At least with the ones
Uncontrollable,
in
yeah.
Skate 3, you were able to fucking... If you knew how to hit them and where to hit them, you could turn those into nasty transfers and get crazy points for it.
Yep. If you do a hippie jump... Oh, I think they patched it. I forgot how to do it. But there's where if you hippie jump and, like, turn, and then press right bumper. I don't know. Maybe I have to actually go off something that's high enough. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, they didn't patch that. Oh yeah. You
How do you do it?
once you start rotating, hit right bumper.
Like, tap it or hold?
Hold it. Like once hippie jump and then once you start rotating, tap right
Oh,
bumper.
yeah. Broken. Broken as fuck. You
Yeah.
gotta do it off, like, a mega ramp or something. That's how you can really show them.
I can do it just sitting still.
Yeah, it's broken.
It's pretty cooked. It looks cursed.
Yep. There was a way in Skate 3 to do a backflip on flat ground on easy mode.
It was
But
only
there's
on
a set
easy
way you had to
mode.
do it.
You had the nollie, and while you were in there, you had to grab and pull back at the same time. You had to do it all super fast, otherwise it just didn't work.
I don't think you could do it in this game.
No.
Backflip on flat ground. Yeah, I don't think that's... Yeah, not possible. What I would like to see, to be honest, the extrovert shops, it's cool and all, but I would like...
I want them to feel
I
a
would
little
like
more unique.
more unique. I don't want to be like super immersive with this. I would like an enterable interior, not necessarily like, oh, I have to go up to the clothing rack, the pant rack. Just let me open the door, like whatever, or have the door open. Let me just walk inside the shop and then just go to the clerk at the counter and talk to them. And then like then it opens up the shop menu. have it so each shop, each district, there's 4 districts in this game. There's Hedgemont, Goldcrest Village, Market Mile, and Brickswitch. Brickswitch is currently still under construction, apparently, even though it looks like it's built, but they're still working on this one. I would like each shop to have an exclusive item, or like an item of the day, where you get something for like really cheap, or like you get a paid item, pretty much for free, or for cheap if you do a certain challenge, or each shop has a challenge of the day, or whatnot. That's how they should do it. Also, add more variety. Instead of just having the extrovert shops, add an actual, like, Vans shop that sells nothing but Vans. Like, I'm not sure if they're gonna do that, but just other shops than just, like, extrovert. Add one called, like, Skater's Edge or something like that. You know what I mean?
At least
Add more
try and
variety.
give it a little bit more variety. I want different shops that sell different types of items. Like I want a board shop that sells only
Yes.
like trucks and decks and grip tapes and shit.
Yes.
Same thing, like I want just a clothing shop, but I want one shop that sells like Hot Topic style clothing.
Yep.
And
Like
then
band shirts and shit, like Blink 182, and I'm not sure if they could get that licensing in, but if they could add band shirts, yes. Um, Now one thing I am worried about this game, the microtransactions with the actual like paid style of shit. Like if you go to the store, you go to the shop, there are certain things that, in my opinion, don't fit in this game. The gold skeleton, I could understand something like this because the skeleton is kind of like a Skate 3 reference that was in there. But there are certain items like a Grim Reaper pack or something with like wings on it. Like that is kind of crazy. And if I kind of understand, yeah, you pay for that pack, they want you to like really have something flashy. But in reality, you go to your local skate park, who the fuck's gonna be wearing that shit? You
I'm
tell me right
like, you're
now.
gonna be sweating your ass off skating in that shit.
Yeah, it it ruins the aura and the atmosphere of the game. That's what it tones it down. Like the world itself, it feels like an entirely different game. Skate 1, 2, and 3. Skate 1, the way you did your flips and not your flip tricks, but the way you did your spins, you spin super fast in that game. Skate 2, they made it much harder. You could get off your board. Skate 3, you could get off your board but run a whole lot faster. But the on-board mechanics felt mostly the same. But certain games did feel a little bit different than others, but it was I don't want to say it was the same game, but they were all built off each other. Meanwhile, this game was fully built from the ground up. So if you are very good at Skate 3, don't expect to come in here and be able to do everything you can do in Skate 3 right off the bat. You have to relearn it. You have to understand the ins and outs of it. It's an entirely different game. And that's probably why they decided to call it Skate 4. They claimed they built the flick it system, which, you know, using a right stick to the flick tricks, they improved that flick it system off the current existing one. Um I kind of want to say that doing the flip tricks in this game, you're more accurate to actually hit them. What would you think? Like when you do like a
Yes
360
and
flip, would
no.
you say it's more accurate?
Yes and no, but there is a setting where you can change how accurate it is.
The sensitivity. Yep.
Yeah.
I have mine
So
set to the default 50% because I haven't had issues with it. But I don't know. It does feel more accurate when you have that sensitivity cranked up. So if you're a trick liner, definitely rock with that setting. But yeah, so like the atmosphere of this map, like we said, it feels different. It feels like a new area. But when you start adding weird characters like that, it tends to ruin that atmosphere. It kind of like cancels it out and it brings it back to like a neutral standpoint. But that doesn't mean they're not going to fix things in the future. Apparently, there's going to be a I don't know where I heard this from. It was from one of the insiders, Garrett Ginner Gaming. Uh, he's an actual skater IRL, but he also does like session Skater XL, Skate 3, content. And supposedly there's another map for the death race or for death races. There's going to be another map. So I don't know if it's going to be a more realistic kind of area, but It'll probably still be set in San Amsterdam, which is where this game takes place, but just a different area. I don't know. There's another thing that I would like in this game. What do you think about the 24-hour day and night cycle? The fact that there's no dynamic weather and it's just a static time. Does
I
that bother
don't
you, or
I
you don't
don't
care?
want it to be like raining and shit because you don't skate in
Yeah,
the rain. I don't care who you are. As soon as that rain starts falling, everybody packs up and leaves the fucking skate park.
yeah. I've seen some professionals do it for like a clip, but like after that, they're grabbing their board and they're slamming it on the ground just to get all the water out of it. Because if you let that water stay in your board, it gets
Yeah,
like it
it'll
gets too
get it'll
much.
get waterlogged and your fucking flies will start
Yep,
separating.
yep, exactly, exactly. But I would like a day and night cycle, if not an option to just change the time of day. Cause like I don't know about you guys, going to the skate park at like 2 a.m. high school, like now I don't know what I can and can't talk about. I've seen I've seen things of this game. Like this game got leaked before and you were actually able to play it. So I didn't sign no NDA at that point in time. Uh there were certain locations from previous skate games that existed that are no longer in this current map. That build did get leaked though, and you might be able to still download it today. Um, it was just called like a Skate 4 Elite game. Just search up Skate 4 Elite gameplay and just filter it to like 2023. And the character has like a full black model, like everything, but his eyes are fully white. Mechanics were a little bit different, but there were locations like the elementary school, which is like a realistic spot. Or the no, not the community center. Remember the Skate 1 community center? How realistic that spot felt? You know what I'm talking about? Like you're in Market Mile right now. This location, the park itself feels pretty realistic. But like jumping off the building and doing shit like that.
Like this is me
That's
channeling my Skate 3 play.
yeah,
And then I can go over here and comfortably channel my
real
Skate 2 player.
exactly. Skate 2's map I think was the most detailed. Like there was like overgrown shit everywhere. There was actual hidden paths that led to certain areas. I'm not gonna lie, like the Skate 3's map kind of it felt rushed. It just felt very big and barren and empty. You know, the downtown area was okay, but you know what I'm talking about? The Skate 3 kind of feel empty in some areas. Like they didn't put as much time into it.
Well, the industrial district as a whole, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's what I'm saying. And then with Skate 2, everything was detailed. Skate 1, everything was detailed. But like who knows if the community center is going to be coming back, then again, you could just go into an old skate game and rip those assets out and place it probably right in. It was built on Frostbite. This game is built on Frostbite as well, just a way newer version of it. So I assume all that shit is backwards compatible engine to engine. Um,
You would assume, but again,
I would assume, yeah,
all I do is play the games. I don't fucking make. So.
yeah, exactly. I do a lot of assuming, and people tell me all the time, don't assume,
'Cause it makes an
but
ass out of you and me.
exactly. Based off what I've seen though, like I like the community center. I hope it returns. Um, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I just want there are some weird like places, and I know they built the world like this to be a sandbox for everyone to enjoy. Um, there are buildings with like ramps and shit where you can just like go all the way. You've probably seen clips of it on like YouTube Shorts and whatnot. I've been seeing it like crazy. There's this one spot where you can just get a massive jump out of. It's a big what's it called? Is it called the half pipe where it's left and right, constant back and forth? Is
Yeah.
that what that is? A half pipe? Yeah, there's basically a half pipe in between two buildings, but the only way you could actually land it is if you set up a certain jump. I like that. I think it's cool, but I've never seen buildings that are actually designed like that. It doesn't really bother me that much, but
It
I would like
reminds
some
me
more like
of
realistic
like
areas.
the buildings being set up to be skated on reminds me of like Tony Hawk Underground.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like Tony Hawk Underground, you had buildings with like fucking ramps along the side of them and shit. Like I ain't never seen a fucking building look like that.
Exactly. Like graphically, will I think this game will look better? 100%. Like if you go to certain areas, you can see puddles and reflections. There's no ray traced reflections in this game whatsoever, but there is screen space reflections. Which honestly,
If done
I like
right,
screen space better. They can not look better, but it will run a million times better than any ray trace reflection you can put in front of you. If it's done right, yeah.
if it's done right though, that's the problem. Is getting it done right.
Exactly. And what's the first skate game you played?
Skate one or
Skate
skate.
1? So
Now that this game is called just Skate, the first Skate game is Skate One now. Because this game has the same name as the first Skate game.
yeah. It's rather Skate 1 gets called Skate 1 or this game gets called Skate 4. It's either one of the two. Most people just call this game Skate 4. It's because
It's
if
the
you go on
fourth
YouTube,
official
every
installment.
tag. Yeah, they had Skate It for the Wii, which to be honest,
That's
you had a yeah.
Skate It was like a really watered down Skate 3.
Exactly. No, it was like a watered down Skate 1. It was like
Or
Skate 1
yeah,
'cause it
Skate
had
1, not Skate
locations.
3.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like Skate 1. Skate 1's art style
I
is
don't
very different.
I
by the way.
wouldn't
It was very
personally
cartoony.
I wouldn't consider Skate It its own standalone game. I just consider it a shitty Wii port.
100%.
Because let's be honest, the Wii ports of games were that's an entire video in and of itself. It's just the
Yeah.
shitty ports that we got on the Wii. Cough cough Black Ops, cough cough Modern Warfare Reflex Edition.
Yeah. They had to work with whatever they had to do to get the game to work.
Yeah, they had to work with what they had. And to be honest, working with the original Wii didn't have fucking much, dude. It was basically just an
Yeah.
oversized GameCube. Not even
I had Black
oversized.
Ops 1. Yeah.
It was a more capable GameCube.
Yeah, it never got DLCs either, really. There was no map packs or anything like that. At least that for the Black Ops 1, I didn't see that. But
I don't remember being able to even get DLC on the Wii. I don't think that was a thing.
nope. Even when you did the 3ARC unlock, when you get up and break from the chair and go to the computer, the only map you unlocked was
5
no, there was
for
none.
finishing the
No,
map, for
5.
finishing
I
the
don't even think
game.
5 existed. I don't even think 5 even existed on the Wii, to be honest. I don't remember it ever existing.
I'm gonna say I have it. I might have to run that up once just to see.
Let me see. I don't remember that ever being a thing. No, it didn't.
What
Due
did
to
it
hardware
only?
limitations, the
I'm gonna
Wii
say
version
it
only
only
included
had
Kino der
Kino.
Toten and was missing 5 and
Yeah,
oh shit.
it only
Yeah, I
had
never had
Kino,
it.
and Kino was extremely watered down on the Wii version. That much I do
Exactly.
remember.
Exactly. It was different. What else can I talk about here? How long do I think this game is going to be for it to actually reach its like 1.0 final release? It's going to at least be another 2 years, man. 2 or 3, let's be honest.
I don't think so. I think they've got all the foundation. I think it's ready to be. They just got to do a lot of fucking patching and bug fixing, just tweaking the way the game is. Like, I don't know. Call me ungrateful, but I think almost every new game that has come out, and I'll go as far as to say the last 10 years, has been a fucking nightmare on launch because, I mean, let's look 20 years ago when we were making games for like the PS2 and shit. There were 1.0 versions of the game. They had to make sure that shit was done right the first time because you can't update a disc.
Back then, no, because there was no online way. There was no
But now
patching.
because you don't play games off of the disc anymore. The only thing a fucking disc is for modern gaming is a license key, so you can launch the game that you downloaded and installed digitally.
Which is why most of you guys, I'm not sure if you noticed, I have a Series X. I don't play it as much, but the one, when you start that game up, you hear it buzzing like crazy for 2 minutes. Then the disc just fully stops playing. because you actually still have to install the game on your console. All that is the license key. And that's how it works. To sum it down, if you guys know who Leslie Benzies is, you can argue and say he's a legendary game developer. When he released that
I'll say
project,
was.
when he released that project, a lot of inciting shit was coming out where he just wanted the game to look good. More people care about how the game actually looks and how it actually plays. For example, I know you like to say it, you can polish a piece of turd all you want. You can finish that sentence. You know what I mean?
You can polish a turd all you want. At the end of the day, it's just a shiny piece of shit.
Exactly. And that's what modern gaming kind of is. Like, yeah, the games will look good, but they won't feel good. With this skate game though, this is kind of the opposite. It actually feels better than the way it looks in certain circumstances. But yeah, man, it has a lot of potential. Certain things need to get added as well, like the trucks, the wheels, like we talked about. The soundtrack, it fucking sucks.
I'm not
gonna lie. There's a
I
lot of
want to
songs
be
in this
able
game
to
that are
import
just-
my own custom soundtrack, please.
Yeah,
Let me put my own like music in there. Let me link my Spotify account to it.
exactly. Or at least something like that.
Or like let me paste a
No.
fucking playlist link from YouTube or like any playlist link and it'll just autoplay it for me. Like even if you don't want to add the like account linking thing, at least add like I can install local music.
Now, one thing that makes this game feel very lifeless, there are no actual NPCs. Like, there are no AI players. Like, Shingo exists in this game, Slappy exists in this game. And I believe there's a bot that talks to you, and his name is V. VEE. And I believe Shingo claims that he made it, he developed it. I'm not sure. But there is no actual physical asset of Shingo or Slappy in the game. Like, you know, with Skate 3, you start up, you have to you follow that person, it gives you a little trail to follow the skate. That trail does exist in this game. You can follow a
It's
trail.
the IR
It'll
trail
take you
though.
somewhere. Yeah, the IR trail. We need
Or AR
like,
trail, I mean. Sorry,
AR
augmented
trail, yeah.
reality.
Yeah. There is some cool lore in this game as well with that permatech. Basically, it's a technology where you don't feel any pain.
Yeah, Impervatech.
Impervatech or something like that. Yeah, I think that's cool. Like that is some actually interesting lore. That feels like Skate lore. That feels like something Skate universe, something that would exist. That's what makes the game start to feel more like a Skate game slowly over time.
Well, it also helps it make sense with the whole slamming shit, because, like, the slams you take in skate games are gnar as fuck, dude.
Oh, you're getting creased.
Like, if you take even half of the slams you take in these skate games IRL, you're dead. You're fucking dead. Your rib cage is shattered and you got little bone fragments puncturing your lungs. You're dead.
Exactly.
Internal bleeding like a motherfucker.
You know what needs to come back? The brand and the thing itself. Thrasher, Hall of Meat. Like, give me a nice black Thrasher hoodie or like a beanie or something. You know what I mean?
I want
Thrasher,
the Hall of Meat. Hall of Meat was a very real thing. It was just it was like fail
clips, they were getting
compilations.
creased. Yeah. That was like before Fail Army was even a thing.
Yes, like I think the Hall of Meat should make a comeback. Especially if they're gonna have nods to like Dickies and other brands in this game. At least bring back Thrasher. Come on.
Exactly.
Just for the lore, let me own an Almost board, please.
Yes.
Or let me get a DGK board. Like,
I don't know how in depth they could go with this. You know how Call of Duty can get very in depth with their gun builds. Can I like fully build my deck and choose what bearings I actually want?
yeah, like I want to know if
Like, can I put reds in my shit? Like,
yeah, let me fuck reds. I don't want no
affect-
reds. I want Bone Swiss. If I'm putting any type of bearings on, I'm putting in Bone Swiss ceramic bearings. Expensive,
Yeah.
but they last you. Honestly, Depends on how hard you ride.
Exactly. Now I could get very immersive with this thing. Like you played Skate 1, I played Skate 1. And when you actually get sponsored and you earn cash and you go to the clothing store to actually buy the clothes, that itself is just better than this loot crate system. The only way you get clothes in this game is opening these fucking stupid loot crates. And I don't even have to go to the store to do it. I can press the pause button, go to my shop, open up a loot crate, fully equip it right then and there. There's no actual proper clothing stores where I could buy just clothing. That's where they have to separate it. The clothing store needs to be separate, the board store needs to be separate, and the shoe stores
I
need to be
want
separate.
okay. I want it to be an actual store though. I
Yes,
want to
like
be
you
able
walk
to
inside.
pick. No, I want to be able to pick the items I want, not have to pick from a loot crate and roll the dice 11 times to get the one thing I wanted.
Exactly. You know what's another thing they should put in this game?
Like with the
Deck sizing.
the dicky.
Like
Oh
a 7.5,
yes,
8-inch deck.
100%.
Let me change. Let me skate a fucking OG Rodney Mullen style banana board where where certain tricks are limited. Like you can't do like
Give
pop
me a
shove-its
cruiser
because
board.
you
Let
can't
me.
you
If
yeah.
they're gonna add death races, they better add like longboards and shit, so I can do some nasty hill bombing. Like
Exactly.
they can embrace every aspect of the skating culture. Like even if they want, they could be that nasty and decide, you know what? Let's add fucking scooters. Add because you could 100% use the flick it system on a scooter.
100%. But then it wouldn't be called skate, it'd be scoot. They could make a scoot game. It's possible.
Also,
They
since they leaned so hard into the the parkour aspect of it, I could see them adding like skates, like rollerblades.
rollerblades, that actually kind of makes sense because half of those mechanics are already in the game.
That's
They
what
already
I'm
got the
saying.
really,
Cause
really
like I can
functional.
already do backflips and shit. So like, let me go up a ramp on a fucking pair of skates and hit a gnarly backflip. You know?
Yeah, because rollerblading is technically like skating in a way.
It is. You're just
It is
instead of
skating, yeah.
skating on a board, you're skating on your feet.
Exactly.
Instead of the wheels being attached to a deck, they're attached to a pair of fucking basically snowboarding boots.
Yeah, like I could get very immersive with this. Like I said, like if you add banana boards, make it so if I like a Rodney Mullen style skateboard, if I do a pop shove it, like I can't do that pop shove it again unless I like revert and actually change my stance back because it only has a tail on one side. There's no nose, right? Because there's a front side pop shove it and there's a back side front shove it. It's impossible to do a front side pop shove it on a fucking banana board. It might be someone. Well, I shove it. I think is possible, but a pop shove it, that's different, right?
Well, there's no tail to pop.
There's no tail to pop, but you can do a shove it. You don't even need a tail to fucking do a shove it. You just need some. You just need to have your.
Well,
You need to
yeah.
be able to pick the front of the board up.
Look at fucking videos of Rodney Mullen in the 80s doing fucking like walking the board. He just walks across the trucks and the board spins underneath him.
Like, bro, if they add freestyle skating, like that's considered freestyle, right?
Yes.
If they add that, that'd be wild. If it wasn't for Rodney Mullen, street skating wouldn't even be as big as it was today. Fuck, dude, that guy invented the kickflip, which is wild. And what did that guy who plays Coach Frank? You tell him that. I didn't even know that. He educated the shit out of me on that.
The
What
guy,
did he invent on the skateboard? The guy who plays Coach Frank, the My Name Is Earl actor.
yeah, the guy who plays My Name Is Earl, that guy invented the 360 flip.
Yep, and and was a pro skater, which I never knew that at the time. When I was a kid and I saw this fucking dude on here, I'm like, why is the guy from My Name Is Earl on here? I didn't understand. I would like some skaters to come back. Now this game does have a teen rating. So Bam Margera question mark? Like, please? Johnny Knoxville? Like I don't know if they're gonna add I don't know if they'll add them itself as a character in the game, but I could see them as like a character pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck, I could play as Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty. Why can't I play as Ryan Sheckler? At least that's
Why can't
still
there's one skater that won't be added to this game, and that's Tony Hawk. That's because he's got his own
100%.
franchise.
Yeah. You know what's a really weird Tony Hawk game that was shot in the dark? When Skate first came out, it was like a big deal because not only was the game cool with the whole flick it system that they patented, by the way, I believe. Um, but the actual way the skating was way more realistic than any other skateboarding game at the time. And then I know Tony Hawk tried to be realistic with that one game. Was it called Tony Hawk's Proving Ground? Remember that game? It was more realistic than the other games, the way like the animations looked at
If I
least.
had to
But
pick a
I don't know
Tony
if it was
Hawk
good
game
enough.
that I think was more similar to Skate, I'm picking American Wasteland.
Really, I would say Tony Hawk's Proving Ground is like Skate One.
I'd say that American
Like the way it
Wasteland's
looks too,
the way it looks. Yeah, I'm saying
and the way it plays
like
the map.
the overall like aspect of like American Wasteland with the whole like you make what you skate basically. Because
Yeah,
American Wasteland, they added the fucking what you call it, where you can just like place ramps, like what they have in this game, where you can just free
yeah,
place objects and shit. That was like the biggest thing I liked about playing that game back in the day.
exactly. And with Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, it was kind of it had the same kind of like aura almost like as like a skate game. It was more like dark and like grungy, kind of how Skate One was.
The one thing I don't like about Tony Hawk games, especially the newer ones, the way the tricks work. That shit just
Yeah,
it feels so weird, and they don't look right. Like, bro be
exactly,
flinging his fucking body in the board around way too much for it to be whatever the hell he just said it was.
exactly. What I would like to return, and it hasn't returned since Skate One and Two, are like security guards in like certain skating areas. I think that would be cool. I know some people thought it was fucking annoying, and the whole lore with Skate 3 is that you die at the beginning of the game, and Port Carverton is where they like embrace skateboarding. Everybody needs to skateboard,
If
and
you,
like they're
I, my theory is,
that's
and
the
if
theory.
you died, like if that's what suppose the canon of Skate 3 is you died, and that Port Carverton is basically just heaven for skateboarders.
Yeah,
Suppose that's the canon. My theory is you died doing a nasty fucking trick, like
holding on to the dolphin.
hitting some crazy verts or something.
Was over
Like
the whale? Is that what it was?
that was a shark. You had to miracle
Shark.
whip over
Yeah,
the shark. That was like one of the
yeah.
biggest challenges in Skate 3 back in the day. But what I'm saying is like if Port Carverton is basically just heaven for skaters, the way your character got there, I want to say is like Buddy went to do like Mega Park type shit, went to hit a crazy vert and fucked up the landing and got absolutely creased, like split his shit open
Mhm.
on a rail or something.
Which is very interesting because a lot of the skate games, I think even Skate 1, your character gets hit by a car at the beginning of the game as well. That's how Skate 1 started, and that's how a lot of games in the time started. Like Saints Row, your character gets like killed or whatever, plastic surgery, character customization. That's how the game starts.
Saints Row 2.
Saints Row 2
Yeah,
specifically,
Saints Row 2. You
masterpiece,
got yeah,
peak game.
you got blown up.
Exactly.
You got blown up and your face was pretty much burned off. So, like the way they made it work, smooth as fuck. Can't lie. Dude comes into the
Exactly.
prison hospital and your character is sitting there completely wrapped up in fucking bandages.
Okay, so in
And they say
Skate
like, "Oh
1,
yeah, we're taking off the bandages now." And that's where you get to actually create your character and then it shows the bandages coming off your character. Fire. I loved that idea.
yeah. In Skate 1, you begin the game by falling off a staircase, and then you are given to the mean building to learn the game's basic controls. And then I believe Skate 3, you're hit by the car. Let me see. Was Skate 2? I don't think you take a fall at all in Skate 2. But I know Skate 1 and Skate 3 you get fucked up and then you go into the character creation. That's not a thing in this game whatsoever. Like at all. Your character doesn't really have a backstory.
There isn't really shit for lore either.
Yeah. You know what the main thing is that I just realized? This game, there's no fucking purpose for what you're doing. Like in Skate 3, you're trying to make board sales and make a board company. Okay. Skate 1, you're trying to get sponsored. There's no fucking purpose in this game. You know what I'm saying? Why am I here?
There's no
I understand
lore.
I'm skating, but why? Yeah, why am I here? Like, you need more of a purpose. Like, let me assemble a team, add clans in this game. Like my friend right here, like, let me invite you to a fucking clan, and we could make our own fucking emblem or whatever. But they're probably not gonna do that because of fucking Call of Duty. They don't even make custom emblems anymore because people be making weird ass shit on there. So, you know, you know what they say: you give something to everybody, and it just takes a few people to fuck it up for everybody. It's kind of one of those things. But I can't lie, like I wasn't
It's one of
joking. I
those
had a weird
things
ass
where
emblem.
you give an inch and they take a mile.
Yeah, exactly. There needs to be lore. There needs to be a purpose in this game. Right now, you
100%.
kind of you skate around aimlessly with you or your buddies, and you just do challenges. That's it. I hate this, honestly, the stunting feature in this game. I fucking hate it.
Bring
I
back
don't
the
like it at
original
all.
Hall of Meat. I'm trying to see
Yes,
what bones of mine get creased while I'm doing it.
exactly.
I'm trying to take some straight gnarly falls where my goal is to make my entire skeleton turn red.
Exactly. Even advance the system. Add like brain damage, brain hemorrhaging, death, or whatever. Or there's different tiers of how the bones break. There's a white bone, an orange bone, and a red bone, or something, where it's
See,
just absolutely shattered.
that still can't work for one reason.
The game
Impervatech.
can't detect. Oh, and Permatech. Yeah. Oh, that is true. So Hollow Meat might not ever be a thing then, unfortunately. Also, give me the ability to punch pedestrians in the face, man. Like in the older games, Skate 3, you hold RB and you could just punch the shit out of any NPC
And
that
if
was
you
in your
had a
way.
board in your hand, you'd fucking board check them. You just grease them with the fucking deck.
Exactly. That needs to return. But with things now, 2025, it's a very gray area of what you can and can't add.
Where's the battle royale? Where's all the microtransactions?
Bro, why can I picture a skate battle royale game where there's 100 players on the map and then you basically have to copy someone's trick to advance, and if you fail copying that trick, you're out, you're done, and then you go to the skate gulag, and then you play a game of skate in there too, like a full game of skate.
It sounds like
Once when you win
shit.
that full Yeah, once when you play that full game of skate, then you spawn back in, and then you just battle one person per trick until you're down to like the last 5 or whatever, and that's it. It's probably never gonna happen, but now that I open my mouth,
You
it
see,
will, unfortunately.
that's not Battle Royale, that's just the regular tournament.
Yeah. Battle the hill. Battle the bold or whatever.
Or, hear me out, just bring back fucking spot battles.
Yeah. You can do a throwdown, but a throwdown's not the same thing. It's you and your friend earning the max amount of score within a certain area within a limited time. I like where you're forced to watch your
All it is a
pause.
jam, yeah.
I
All
like
it
when
is
you're
a jam.
forced to watch your opponent. Like you have to watch your opponent skate. If you miss your turn, you fuck up. That's it. That's on you. The fun part is knowing your friends are watching you land a trick and you're forced to watch them because you know for a fact you land something cool that they're watching. That's what I like. And unfortunately, like you can still spectate in this game, but you're not forced to do it in any way. Not in the slightest. Another thing I think they should add, and if you're talking to the point where You could enter shops and actually go around and buy the clothes and whatnot. If they can add a durability option where your board has actual durability and it breaks, you need to actually get another board, or the wheels. Like your wheels will, if you do enough power slides, your wheels will eventually get a flat spot and you'll hear it fucking thudding and thudding and thudding as you ride. You think that's possible? Like a
Well,
durability system?
I mean, Skate 3 half-ass had that. If you did a bunch of grinds and shit with your board, your fucking bottom of your board would get all marred up and shit.
Yeah, this game
And
doesn't
like
have that
your
at all,
grip
by the
tape
way.
would get all dirty and shit. This game doesn't have that at all. Your board
all.
looks pristine no matter what.
When you take a fall too in Skate 3, you get up, your character has dirt on him. That was also not a thing in
Yeah,
this game.
dirt and fucking scrapes and shit. Like, yeah, you got fucking creased.
They introduced that for the first time in Skate 2. Because I remember I took a fall and I had a lime green shirt. It was all black and shit after, and I thought, I'm like, oh, dude, that's cool. Nowadays, that's kind of just expected. You know what I mean? In a game, at least. Everything's kind of expected, but at the same time, a lot of people have unrealistic expectations. But durability, now, how can this work? The wheels, that could definitely be a thing where you can just rebuy wheels, or your bearings can go bad where you won't. Well, I think the bearings would piss people off because you stop pushing your board and then you start losing speed so quickly because your bearing is fucked, or your bearings kind of they start to go. But at the same time, give the player the option to purchase different types of bearings for different kind of coasting speeds. You know?
Well, I mean, think of it this way. Like, there should be, if they do something like that, there will be challenges in the game where it's like shoddy bearing challenge. Complete the line with the worst possible bearings. Like, where you
Exactly.
gotta maintain speed and actually hit big jumps and shit. Like,
Exactly.
make it a challenge where you have to do that with the shittiest bearings.
Or better yet, you have flat spots on your back wheels, so you have no choice but the nose manual to do a challenge. Something like that, right?
And yeah.
That is fucking cool. That's actually really cool. Because I think we're onto something now.
If you're listening,
yeah,
EA, I want my money for this idea.
On God. I don't care. Make this game $60 if you add it though. Then or well, games aren't $60 anymore, unfortunately. But for a full,
To be
right now,
honest,
this game's not a AAA title.
as it
It's a AA
stands
title
in the
as far as
last
I know.
5 years, any game that sold for more than $60 was a piece of shit. Every game that sold for less was actually a solid game.
Yeah. But if they add features like board durability and like crazy shit like that, like something like if Rockstar had a fucking IP for Skate, it would be fucked. You ain't competing. Rockstar does their own shit. They know they're the king. Not only does their shit not stink, they know their shit doesn't stink. So
Well, my favorite
no game
joke-
developer even tries to fucking come near them. Like Activision made a fucking true crime game, which was their nod to say fuck GTA. They had the balls to do it back then. Now no one even fucking dares.
I mean, everyone's scared to announce their release for their games because GTA 6 is supposed to be coming out in 2025. Historically, the most anticipated game ever.
Ever. You know, it's funny you say that because with Ghost of Yotai, the new Ghost of Tsushima, I saw a clip. Apparently, when they found out that GTA 6 was getting delayed and moving to 2026, they threw a party. Like, they were excited. Because they knew for a fact that their window for Ghost of Yotai was going to be, like, the fall calendar of 2020.
Yeah, they were going to be able to keep on track for what their original release was.
Exactly. So most games now are making sure their game comes out way the fuck after GTA 5 or before it. And to be honest,
GTA 6, you said GTA 5.
I mean, yeah, GTA 6, yeah. Yeah, I don't care about GTA 5. That game is just so old. I've done everything that game. I've installed so many mods. I've explored everything that game had to offer. I'm just so done with it at this point.
Honestly, there's nothing anyone can show me about GTA 5 that I haven't already experienced.
Exactly. Red Dead Redemption 2, on the other hand,
That's
the
I
odd
will
time I still
say
find shit.
I have over 2,000 total hours in RDR2. And every time I play that game, I discover something else new. Every
Yeah.
single time. I'll be like, I never noticed this before.
And that's why if people who play GTA 5 just want to play GTA 6 because fuck man, it's been 11, 12 years, give us the game, man. And there's people like you and me who played the shit out of Red Dead, and we know Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 is no fucking joke. That's a whole different era of gaming. Because I did not have high expectations at all for Red Dead Redemption 2.
I had no
Now because
expectations, to be
at
honest.
all. Yeah, I just played it. I bought it and played it.
Yeah,
That was it.
I was a fan of the first game. I played Red Dead Revolver back in the day on the PS2. And honestly, like I knew it was going to be a solid game. I just didn't have crazy high cuz like look at how we got GTA 4 in 2008. That game looked fucking crazy when it came out.
Dynamic lighting, bro. That was a big deal. Remember they showed the trailer with the dynamic lighting and shit?
Like GTA
That was a
4
big
was such a big deal when it came out. And then we got Red Dead Redemption. Didn't look anywhere close to as good as GTA. But it's had a fucking great story that just made up for that.
I think the ragdoll physics in Red Dead Redemption 1 were peak though. GTA 4 was hella wonky. Red Dead Redemption 1 was kind of wonky, but more realistic. You know, you shoot players in the knees and they'll grab their knees and all kinds of shit. I don't know if GTA 4 had that specifically, but it
Yeah,
was
GTA 4
when you
they all
had that.
used they both used the same Euphoria engine.
It used Euphoria, right? But I'm
Yeah.
saying I used mainly in GTA 4 when I shot the NPCs. They kind of just acted drunk and they kind of ran around like crazy. But
Depends on
the
where
fight
you shot
scene-
them and
Can
what
you
you
shoot
shot
guns
them
out of
with.
people's hands in GTA 4, or was that mainly a GTA?
I think you
a Red
can.
Dead thing?
I think you can.
But then again, the lock-on aim and with GTA 4, when you shot that gun and you kept spraying, less likely your shots were gonna hit because it used like a bubble lock-on system. When in Red Dead, you have that like one white dot, and it was pretty much very different.
Well, John also
was-
has Deadeye, so
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, if Rockstar were to get their hands on a skate game or a skate IP, that'd be fucked.
I don't
all I gotta
foresee it ever happening. This would be really out of Rockstar's element. What I would love to see though, and honestly, this can be saved for another episode, just going on about all of Rockstar's games. That can be an episode in and of itself.
Yep, not even the gold standard, the fucking industry standard, the diamond standard.
Like
The Michael Jackson of the game universe, man.
I will say this confidently, and I don't know if you feel otherwise, please let me know in the comments. Voice your opinions. But I feel that Rockstar Games they are the standard. They don't have
a new bar for everybody
they
else.
don't have to fucking meet the standards. They set the standards. They are the standard.
Now, look at this for example.
Look at how many games were open world before GTA 3, and then look at how many games had open world after GTA 3.
Because that was like the new craze at the time. Now people are kind of afraid to do open world games.
Well,
Everything is very linear.
And honestly, that's how it used to be. Like,
Yeah.
I think video games are reverting back to what they used to be slowly. We're going back to very linear stories, very simplistic design. I mean, the graphics downgraded, for fuck's sake. We went from photorealistic to fucking cartoons. Like, we downgraded graphics terribly. But
now there are some games that are cartoony that look amazing, like Sea of Thieves. That's the wild part. Like the water physics on that game remain unmatched. Well, GTA 6 is coming out, so it's about to get fucking passed by a shit ton.
I would hope so. Again,
Bring surfing in the game, please. Thank you.
Sea of Thieves has had such good water physics like that for so long. It's about time they get dethroned.
Yeah, I agree.
I could do a whole nother episode just on Sea of Thieves, too.
Honestly. And you know what? Because this topic is going to change pretty soon. What I will say about it is the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018. Mafia: The Old Country just came out. And tell me why the animation system, the way the game feels, the horse mechanics, everything is still better in Red Dead Redemption 2. Games are still have not fully caught up to a game that's that fucking old.
Graphically,
Still.
yes, but when it comes to
Graphically, like
every
faces,
every
yeah.
other aspect of the game, absolutely not. There is not another game in this world that has better attention to detail. I will fight
Than Red Dead,
anybody.
yeah. Exactly. And like the last thing I'm gonna say about like Red Dead is the one thing that I found interesting, and I hope they fix it within their future titles. Everybody from the main story and characters that mattered, their faces were very detailed, but the actual NPCs you see out in the world, their faces lacked a lot of detail. It's just something that I noticed.
Oh, I can understand that because you're not staring at NPC faces in cutscenes.
Yeah. But when you go in first person and you look and you see, it's like, dude, this guy's face is like half the detail of mine. And then you see Arthur Morgan, you could see each individual strand of fucking
It's
hair on his
because
beard.
the any character that has their own model in the cutscene. We're getting way off track here, but
Oh yeah.
any character that has an actual model in cutscene has a much higher resolution model because it's in cutscenes. Because Rockstar does
Exactly.
live action cutscenes, like real time cutscenes, which is why you can get some of the best fucking moments in Red Dead just by throwing a fire bottle before you go to finish, like to go actually have your conversation. Or you throw a piece of
Exactly.
TNT into the middle of where your conversation's gonna be right before you fucking accept the like mission.
Yeah. So since we're talking about graphics, I'll try to merge it with this. How do you think this game will look with peak graphics? Do you think this game will ever get ray trace reflections? Do you think it will ever get like detail to the point where the cartoon characters finally get fucked off entirely?
No. I
Do you
think
think the cartoon model will stay?
I think this art style is what we're gonna have for this game.
Really? Even though they announced that the characters are gonna evolve over time, that's what they said.
Yeah, evolve over time, meaning they're gonna add better customization, better hairstyles,
Oh
tattoos.
yeah,
It's this exact art style they got with this game. It's here to stay. This is
Yeah.
what Skate is going to look like now.
and remember,
I don't approve of it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm again, like I said, we're going backwards
I'll
with
live
video
with it
games.
though. I will. Yeah, I'll live with it though. I will live with it. Do I fucking like it? No. Will it make me happier if the models are better? Yes. Like the physics are still good, man. Like you wearing pants and like you doing an ollie and whatnot, and like your pants actually going up your leg, and then when you land, it like moving around.
Or the
Like
fact
that's
that like
good,
your
man.
clothes actually move in the wind and shit. Like they did a
Exactly.
solid job when it came to that, but every other aspect of it is absolutely fucking broken.
Yeah. Like I don't say they have. Would you say I don't know if this game has full blown cloth physics, but it has something similar. It has it to an extent, like a
I'd
very
say
small amount of it.
I'd say there's like clothing physics, not specifically cloth physics.
Yeah.
Like all doesn't matter what pair of pants you're wearing, they all move the exact same way in the exact same places.
Exactly.
So it's not like unique cloth physics. It's just like your pants will vibrate a certain way once you start picking up speed. The faster you move, the faster it vibrates. Like it's
Yeah. Which is an improvement to any other skate game period. This game has
yes.
that in the bag. But that is
Yes.
also modern gaming. That is kind of like not a standard, but it's just what's expected. You know? If it wasn't for to be honest, you could call me a Fortnite hater all you fucking want, man. If it wasn't for that game doing so well, it wouldn't have affected how this game was made. There wouldn't be a fucking skate pass. There wouldn't be a free to play model. Free to play models started becoming a big deal in like 2017, 2018.
It was
I was in
because
senior
they
year of high
found
school.
out they can make
Yeah.
way more fucking money. If you give the game away for free but hide the rest of the game's content behind paywalls, you could make
Yep.
way more fucking money that way. Instead of them
What?
spending $60 one time on the game, they can spend $30 5 times and unlock
Now-
all the same content that they would have if you would have just made the game full price, but they paid
Yeah.
double.
Yeah. Now, does this ruin the atmosphere of the game?
Yes,
100%.
absolutely.
Do the developers give a shit? Fuck
No, they're just making,
money.
yeah,
It's their
they're making fucking guap. Like they made a fucking grip just fucking already off this game.
Now, here's the thing, right? Full Circle is the company that made this game. It's now like I don't know. I know it had some developers are in it that worked on the old Skate games. It's definitely not, it's definitely not like all of them that worked on the old Skate games. It's probably like fucking 5% of them, if not 2%. Like I said, that guy Cuz Perry, he took the lead on this game. But now, do I think all the developers they hired have experience using the Frostbite engine? No. I know the not what I know, but like I'm saying, what I've heard. The Frostbite engine is a very finicky engine. I know a lot of developers didn't like working on it. At least when Battlefield 3 and 4,
I'll say that's
like
why
that era.
we're living in a time in gaming where we're seeing the decline of in-house gaming engines. We don't see that
Yes.
much anymore. Games are all using Unreal Engine or Unity now.
I'm
And
afraid of Unreal, bro. To be honest.
I get Unreal Engine, like the I want to say it's lazy, but
And
again,
those presets just right there.
what do I fucking know? Again, I just play the games. I don't fucking make them. What do I know
Yeah.
about it? But from the little bit I've played around on Unreal Engine, everything is already fucking there for you. It does half the work for you. You want to add animations into your game? Fuck spending thousands and thousands of dollars on mocap equipment and then thousands and thousands of dollars paying people to put on these mocap suits and run around pretending they're doing shit. You can just spend fucking $30 on the fucking asset store, buy yourself a fucking motion pack, and just slap that fucker in. Bazinga, you got
Or for
fucking
free.
realistic
Or
motions.
for free. Yeah, that locomotion pack. Yeah, or for free. Like, fuck, man.
I feel like it's a shortcut, but the downside to that is all of these games look and feel the same because of it. Every game made on Unreal Engine feels similar to another game made on Unreal Engine. They don't feel unique at all.
Not in the slightest.
The only engine that every game feels unique on, and it's not even like a big difference, low-key, they all still kind of handle the same, but I would say Unity, if we're talking like legacy engines.
Yeah, Unity, I would say, because Unity isn't such a mainstream engine, you still have to like make your own shit.
Yes, but there
There's
is
no
there is
assets-
the
there is an asset
yeah,
store,
there
I'm
is the
pretty sure, but
Unity
it's-
store. There's a Unity asset
there-
store.
Yeah. But like, dude, you play a game like Phasmophobia, which runs on Unity. And then like what else runs on Unity that I didn't even know? Like that game Den of Wolves is coming out that's running on Unity. Those games not only look, but I know for a fact, like the way it looks, they feel different as fuck.
Well,
know
the
what I
thing is,
Like
I remember Unity was getting in some hot water a while ago because they changed their like pay for use policy or whatever, where like all these developers
no
who were
longer
just
free. Yeah.
making a free product had to put some sort of fucking payment behind it, otherwise they got their like rights stripped for the engine or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to remember something that happened years ago.
exactly.
Don't take my fucking word for it. Honestly, do yourself a favor, go do a little research on it. Fact check me in the comments.
Exactly. And like I'm not sure if there are it is possible that there's developers that are fucking may not be like video games are their life. I'm not sure if they like talking about that shit outside of work. It's possible there are developers that fucking watch content like this. And like if that's the case, what I want to know why is I've seen quote unquote AAA studios make games in Unreal Engine and the game still is unoptimized as fuck.
It's because
I don't know,
Unreal Engine, the way Unreal Engine renders shit is different.
it doesn't. The LODs are just it's something about
There
it.
is no
This
LOD.
game,
As far as I
yeah,
know, Unity doesn't have an LOD. And if they
yeah,
do,
but
there's
Frostbite,
way more work that gets involved into having to code the use of an LOD on an
yeah.
engine that doesn't natively support it.
So you played the Battlefield 6 open beta, right? There's no NDA. We could talk about this. The Battlefield 6. Did that game run good on your computer?
Yes. Oh yeah. Battlefield 6
And it looked fucking amazing.
was a
It looked
really well
amazing.
optimized. I will say the only stutter I did suffer at all playing that game is when you first boot it up. It runs like shit for a second and then it's fine.
Yeah, I think Frostbite is a great engine. Now I don't know why it is a nightmare. Maybe it's the way that plugins work with like C++. I have no fucking idea. I'm talking out of my ass right now. But like I know some developers did not like fucking working with Frostbite. But then again, if you're used to fucking sitting on your ass playing using Unreal Engine all day, you're gonna hate any other engine they shove in your face, you know? If I was to
Exactly.
develop my first game personally, I know Unity is very easy to use, but I know Unreal Engine is the easiest just period because there's so many tutorials and things to use. So I'm happy that they didn't sell out and use Unreal for this game and they kept the Frostbite DNA. I'm fucking so happy with that. I don't know what version it's currently on. I don't know what version of Frostbite they're on, but I know when Battlefield 3 came out, how big of a deal was Frostbite at that time? Big deal.
You
So,
know what engine honestly I feel needs to make a comeback?
oh, CryEngine.
Yes. Yes.
I knew what you were gonna say.
Yes.
Dude. Because that was the fucking engine. That was the biggest fucking. When Crisis came out, it's still a meme
Seriously.
today. Can it run Crisis? Can it run Crisis? You know? Like Battlefield 6 uses a rebuilt version, an enhanced rebuilt version of Frostbite rather than a new version like Frostbite 4. Let's see.
What's that other new engine that's like supposed to be a huge fucking a Snowdrop engine, I think.
Snowdrop is the one that Ubisoft uses for
Like the new
they used to use,
Assassin's
well,
Creed
okay.
has got Snowdrop engine, isn't it?
So no, I think it uses Anvil. They have two engines. They have Snowdrop and then they have Anvil. I know Snowdrop is what the new Far Cry is going to be used on Snowdrop. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. This is why I still have respect for EA and Ubisoft because they haven't fucking sold out.
They still use their own in-house engines.
Exactly.
Let's all admit though, Rockstar's the GOAT with their in-house engine.
Yeah.
We're still
So-
getting way off topic again.
Yeah.
And
We
we're
are
getting low on
technically.
time.
Yeah. Technically we are, but I want to make a separate episode just talking about game engines itself. And if Unreal Engine is the downfall of gaming, something along the lines of that. But like I'm saying, I'm just happy that EA didn't sell out and they're still using their in-house engine. I don't know what version of Frostbite this game runs on. Let me see here. I doubt the internet's gonna have a fucking answer to this either, so. It doesn't say what version. It just says it runs on Frostbite. That's all I could really see. Okay.
I will say though, I feel like I'm gonna save this for another episode, but I will give a
Mhm.
little teaser to it. Battlefield needs to stop being hated on immediately.
With the 2042 specifically, or just in general?
Just in general.
Slept on game, dude. It's because it's niche, man. A lot of COD players don't like getting on it. I don't want to go
Because
off topic, but yeah,
it's-
yeah.
The main reason for that is because Call of Duty players have a very different play style. Call of Duty is running and gunning, nothing but rushing. Whereas Battlefield, you gotta play slow and tactical. You gotta actually take your time. You gotta fucking lead with your shots. You can't just spray and pray because you're not gonna fucking hit anything. There's bullet travel. Your bullet physically takes time to move, and it differs depending on the type of bullet and caliber and everything. They take it all into consideration.
Exactly. I agree. It takes skill, but when you play Battlefield for long enough, you
It's like
trace
riding a
your shot,
bike.
trace your shots. Yeah, you start tracing your shots. Like I didn't play Battlefield for a while, and I got back on the other day, and I was fucking tracing people like I fucking wasn't even like I didn't stop playing the game at all. It's crazy. But yeah, man, like how I feel about Skate, like I said, it needs a lot of work. They have a good foundation for it.
Is it a good
Very
game?
good foundation.
No.
It can be.
Is it
It can
is it
be.
fun to play? Yes. Yes, it does have it has all of the foundation and building blocks to be a perfect game.
It has a lot of stupid bugs right now still. Like
Yes.
the fucking party matchmaking, people showing up invisible,
Well,
like really stupid stuff. Like
this
that
is
pisses
one
me off.
thing I can comfortably talk about because I do write my own code, and I can say you can fucking spend 15 hours running the same thing a million fucking times and never find an error. As soon as you give it to the actual fucking user, they're gonna find that error in 5 seconds. I don't know the science behind it or how it fucking works. That's just what it is.
Well, even before the Skate playtest became public, when it was like in closed alpha or whatnot, like they probably weren't seeing people hitting fucking like I go on YouTube and I see people hitting like fucking jumps that are across the map, placing ramps like ever so perfectly. Like I know for a fact any playtesters were doing that. You know what I mean? Like, so because people are pushing the game now to its limits, that's when you start seeing more bugs because your people are now playing the game not necessarily the way the game is supposed to be played, but they're playing the game more extreme than people would ever think.
Well, exactly.
That's the best way to put it.
Well, like me and you always say, break your game or your money back.
Literally. If you guys in the comments have a game that you're currently developing and you want us to break it, I'll fucking find a way. Trust me. I will find a way.
There's
Depending on what game it is.
I was gonna say there is
for the
yet
most
to be a
part.
game that we've played that we haven't found some way to break it, either physically breaking the game or
Or an exploit of some
an
sort.
exploit. And I swear we are talented when it comes to finding exploits.
Exploits, glitches, yeah, any of the things of the sort. I agree. I agree, man, for sure.
But
But yeah,
we are just about strapped for time here, so I'm gonna take this moment to thank you to everyone who's watching and took the time to make it all the way to the end. That means a lot.
yeah, if you guys did this, show love in the chat. We'll pin your comment. Actually, the first person who comments that they've actually watched this for the whole time, well, you'll get pinned. Fuck it.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So yeah, in the comments, guys, any other games you want us to? We have an idea of what we already want to do next, but we'll always take in like submissions in the comments of like any ideas of any other game you want to see. And we're not super big or anything like that. So if there's a certain game specifically that you even want us to like review, uh, I have the time of day currently to go sit down and play something. So feel free to comment anything, and we'll gladly get back to you guys. So yeah, appreciate you guys for staying in here for the second episode.
Remember to
Don't forget to
like,
comment.
comment, subscribe. That helps
Yep.
out a lot. Let us know personally what you think you want to see in upcoming episodes, and if your suggestion gets like the most picks or we personally like it, we'll give you a shout out in the episode.
100%. Little screen grab, whatnot.
Exactly. But on that note,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.